I'm Ken Ramsey, and today I'm going to show you how to animate a stickman. So for starters, we're going to open up Photoshop, and an important thing to do here is to open up an alpha channel canvas. Make sure that you have transparent selected so that we can draw a stickman over a transparent background, because we don't want to see anything in the background. We don't need much for the stickman himself, just 5 lines and maybe a ball or perhaps an oval for a head. If we position the neck on one side of the ball or head, we can make it seem like stickman is facing either left or right, and then you can make 2, or you can just make 1 and flip it in Premiere Pro or somewhere later on. So now we need to save our stickman in a format that can preserve the alpha channel. Photoshop documents do work, but if you prefer a format that is not Adobe specific, you might save it as a TIFF file. That will also preserve the alpha channel so that we won't be seeing a white background. We'll actually be seeing just the stickman and the video behind him. Alright, so for the next phase of the project, we take our newly created stickman image into Adobe After Effects. Once we do that, there's a tool in the middle upper portion of the screen. It's actually just about the top of the screen. It looks like a tack. It's called the Puppet tool, and we can use it to pin key points to various parts of the stickman, such as his hands, his feet, knees and elbows, and we can move these points using keyframes in the timeline. And you can use the select tool to grab onto the pins or the key points themselves and move them around the image and animate it that way. And then you can move the keyframes down in the timeline to either speed up or slow down the animation. So once you have that work done, you want to export it into a format, again, that preserves that alpha channel. You can either, I believe there's a method where you can just import the After Effects project directly into Premiere Pro and use both programs at the same time, or if you want rather to work with a video, when you export it, hit the lossless icon down there and make sure to change it from RGB to RGB plus alpha, and I always change it to straight unmatted when I do that, and so that way you can export a video that preserves the alpha channel that we had back in Photoshop. Now just open up Premiere Pro, put a video in the timeline on track 1, put your stickman with the alpha channel in track 2, and play around with it a little bit. Take a look at the preview. You should be seeing your animated stickman superimposed over a video. I'm Ken Ramsey, and that is how you animate a stickman.